Morning.
Good morning. It's Timmy's 5th birthday. And he was joyfully opening all his presents he had received. He saved the biggest one for last. So it took a while until he had gotten to his grandma's present. Wow, Tommy exclaimed as he opened it in delight upon seeing the mini drum set that Grandma had got for him. Thanks, Grandma. It's just what I wanted. It was after Timmy went to bed that Timmy's mother approached her mother. Ma, I am surprised at you. Don't you remember how I used to drive you crazy when we used to play those drums in the house growing up? And Grandma smiled and said, I remember, of course I remember.
Smart grandmother.
Very good.
Peter, you had a question about music. Were you with us last week, Peter?
Yes, and you had alluded to Apple had some sort of a program where if you gave them your music, they would regurgitate it and refine it for a fee.
That I don't remember. I remember reading something on the music being able to, when you ask Apple to remember it, they do that. Does anybody remember that one? Anybody know more about it than I? Because I'm not really.
Yeah, I think what that one was the, if you have the Apple Music subscription, you can import your things into the Apple Music, but they'll stay there as long as you keep your subscription going.
So it's not free. You have to get an Apple Music subscription where you can download or stream music from anywhere, anytime from Apple and from any person or a particular song. And that subscription, from what Bill just said, I believe gives you the capability to upload or put your music that you may have on your device in their library so you can get to it at any time.
Bill,
Mhm.
for those who needed it, I have Yui's address.
Okay. Do you want to just put it in chat?
Okay, okay,
That's what I was going to do with it, Dave.
okay, that's fine.
Good?
How much does an Apple Music subscription cost?
Anybody have one?
I think it's like $6.99 a month.
Okay, not outrageous.
Let me, the first month is free, of course.
Of course. Of course.
Hmm.
All right, his address is in the chat.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
It's $9.99 a month. It's $10 a month. The first month is free.
Thank you.
Then they have another one that says play anything with Siri, only $5 a month.
Oh,
Now, I'm not sure what that is, but okay. Okay. Tip of the day, how to prevent web and app data tracking you while you're on your iPhone. And I believe this works on the iPad as well. The idea here is to have apps stop being able to know where you are, or what you're doing, etc. Okay, it limits.
Close in here.
I'm going to mute everybody.
Good idea.
$7,800.
And I'm going to share my screen. So you need to be able to turn off app tracking. And the way you do that is you go to, guess where? You go to settings. Scroll down in settings to where you see privacy. And then you tap tracking. And it says allow apps to request to track. If the allow apps to request to track is green, tap it and it turns it off. If you turn it on, what you'll get is a complete list. Whoa. Right? And then you go back to privacy. Wow. If you turn it on, you should get a list of apps that are requesting to track you.
Why would you want someone to track you other than safety purposes?
Exactly. Okay.
Well, some apps will have to track you. What about maps?
Say again, I didn't hear that.
Apps have to track you.
Okay.
Or else they can't tell you how to get something.
Whoever's speaking, I'm not able to pick that up.
I'm sorry, that's me, and it's because I'm not proper. Hear me now?
Peter Dobbins looks like he's talking, but he's muted.
No, was that you, Ann?
Yes, it was me. Sorry.
Okay. A little helpful app while you're there is to, in settings, you go to privacy. Scroll down to the bottom where it says Apple advertising.
Bill, I hate to interrupt. Could you let my sister in?
I can.
Oh,
Is that your sister coming?
I don't, Barbara Shapiro? Is she? Nope.
Yeah, she should be.
Okay. Hold on a minute.
Now here you can read about Apple's advertising and see what information is collected and used by tapping either the blue links, right? View ad targeting information. If you like to turn off personalized advertising, you can tap the personalized ad toggle at the bottom there. Okay. And so I'm going to turn it off so I don't get any commercials coming into me from Apple. Okay,
If it's not, doesn't have the green, does that mean it's on or off?
that means you turn it off by hitting it, making it green.
Thank you.
She's not in yet.
Well, I clicked I don't have her in the waiting room.
Hold on a minute. Let me tell her.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Did you say Margaret?
No, Barbara.
Barbara. I don't see her in the waiting room. Whoa, wait a minute.
Can't find her? Uh-oh.
She's not in the waiting room.
Oh, yeah, no, she says she's in.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Bob Strauss couldn't get in either, neither could I.
I just got you in.
Okay, did you get him in too?
Hey, Bill.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
I think everybody's in.
Isn't green usually on, not off for that personalized ad?
Except it says turning off personal ads will limit. So this is the way to turn them off, Bill. I'm assuming it's that way. You know,
Wait a minute,
yeah, you're right, guys. I think
something's wrong there.
oh, you're getting personal apps now?
No,
Oh,
you should
yeah.
have that off, I think.
I'm beginning to think you're right. So everybody out there, I was wrong. It says personal ads, don't make it green, make it gray.
Yeah,
By the way, many people try to drag this circle in this little area here. If you just click on the circle, it changes. So it's like a tap switch.
Mhm.
You tap it once to move it one way and once to move it the other. So I think Bill and Jim are correct. Turning off personalized ads, this would turn them on.
Yeah,
wait,
Okay? Thank you.
wait a minute, Bill, what is,
Now you're going to.
you know what? On your screen now, is that on or off?
That's off.
that's all.
Here, I'll turn it on and let you see what it looks like.
That's on.
Yeah, and the little white dot being on the right and the green background is on.
On both the phone and the iPad.
Yeah, okay. I hadn't gone to the iPad. Wow. Privacy. Down to the bottom. Okay,
It says, I don't know.
okay.
Come on both.
So two subjects for today. Two subjects for today are clock and maps.
Mhm.
And when I was doing the research on the maps, I found a lot of stuff, which was quite interesting, which I'll cover for you. But let's quickly look at the clock. It's best to try it on the phone. That's where it's most often used. If I tap the clock app, it's the one at the top left there. It comes up, and again, at the bottom, it says world clock, alarm clock, stopwatch, and timer. So if I click on my world clock, it shows me two times, one where my son lives and one where my daughter-in-law comes from. All right, and you can add more if you'd like by clicking the plus. Let's say I wanted the time in Paris, so I'd go down here to the P's. And let's see if there's a Paris here.
Mhm.
There it is. And I'll just click that, and now I have the time in Paris.
Cool. Mhm.
And if I want to get rid of that one time, it's the old technique of dragging anything in a list, dragging one of the items to the left and delete. Of course, just like in other lists, you can click edit and hit the minus sign.
It's the same principle you do with doing this for weather.
Yes, same principle. Add or delete, and the little parallel lines here allow you to change the order in which they appear. That's the little parallel lines here on the right.
Don't have any parallel lines.
Well, you have to tap edit to get the parallel lines.
Thank you.
Okay. And I'm going to cover timer next. That's the one on the right down there at the bottom. Just a cool timer. You set how long you want it to. So if you have something that takes 10 seconds, you scroll this up to 10. And then you click start. Now where it really comes in handy is if you want to, let's say you're making some French coffee. You want a 4-minute timer. You get Siri, set timer for 4 minutes.
4 minutes, counting down.
Okay. So it's that easy
Mm.
to get Siri to do that just by requesting it. And you see where it says the music here at the bottom, it says when timer ends, play a particular song or, right? So I could have it play T-Rex if I wanted, but that's a little bad. I could make it play Harry Potter here when it's scrolling.
Wow.
Okay, so at the end of 3 minutes, that's what it's going to do. You can pause it, and then resume, and you can cancel. Okay,
Cool.
so the thing I like about it is I can use it anytime. You know, I'm out at the grill when I want to set the timer for 7 minutes or 6 minutes for a side of what I'm cooking on the grill.
Yeah.
The one that I really use it for, if I have to refill my pool, the water's down, I put the hose in there and I turn on the water. you might want to set a timer. Right? So I usually set the timer for a half hour or hour or whatever. And it reminds me to go take care of that problem. There's something called a stopwatch. So if I now go to the stopwatch there at the bottom,
How do we get back to that?
if you have something you're counting that's repetitive, like somebody running around a track, or that's usually the way you think about it. But if somebody, what happens when I do that? You can have you have two different timers you can have, one that looks like this and one that looks like this. And that's the two little dots there at the bottom of the clock. And if you click start, okay. And then you can click stop, and that takes care of the timer. But if you click lap, let's say it person comes by and I click lap, it starts a second lap. Ooh, look at that. What happens when you make a third lap? Okay. Shows you the status of the lap you just started and the total status down here.
I used to use it when I was out walking out on the sidewalk in my community.
Sure.
Because I never could, I wanted to know how long, and I could never remember when I started out, what the time was. I started using the timer.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. Okay, and then click stop to stop it, and then reset. Now, the one where they put some improvements on it since I've been using the clock app is the alarm. You can set alarms for any time. So if I wanted, let's not pay any attention to this thing here at the top right now. If you just click the plus sign here, and then you can set an alarm for, let's say, set one for 12 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay. And I want to repeat it, never, I could repeat it daily, for example. Every day, every Sunday, right? Not going to do that. I could have different types of alarms. Let's say I want to change the, this one's called the noon alarm. Okay. I could change the sound it makes. Oh, isn't that nice? Oh, I'll take that.
Put me asleep.
And if you want a snooze, you just tap snooze. And that means when it comes up, you can turn it off or you can snooze it. Okay, I think it's a 10 minutes snooze. So I'm going to save that one. The one they have come up with recently is called this sleep wake up.
Yeah, I don't have that one. Oh, yeah, I do.
And if you click change, it comes up with this. And what it's saying is you set the time you should go to bed and the time you want to get up. And it tells you this schedule meets your 8-hour goal, right? So if I said I wanted to sleep 7 hours or 2 hours, it would track that.
You say that's just been added?
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I
added,
just, I don't have.
not recently, but it was added like 2 or 3 operating systems ago.
So how did you get that, Bill?
Where do we go?
How'd I get this?
Yes.
You guys tell me you don't have this on your watch, I mean, on your iPhone?
That's correct.
Right.
That's
we-
correct.
We just have sleep and wake up.
Really? Oh, wait a minute. You have sleep and wake up right here.
No, up here.
So you
I don't
haven't,
have.
maybe you haven't set one yet. Do you have click edit sleep schedule? Ah, there it is.
How'd you get that?
I'll tell you, hold on. If you go to the health app, that's the one with the heart.
Oh. I don't know that.
So if we go to the health app, let me do that. And you scroll down to where it says sleep. And you tap the arrow there. Do you have that?
No, I can't even find, hold on.
You've gone to the heart. Gone to the health app. Yes, no. I'm not getting any help here.
I
Okay,
don't have it on mine, Bill.
We don't have the health app. Oh, that's my problem.
Mine is on the clock, on the actual app clock, but I had to scroll, I had to move it all the way to the top before I could see it. It gives a lot of times, but I had to, it's under alarm and it says sleep, wake up. Is that the same thing you're talking about?
And you were on the clock?
On the clock app,
And you
under
went
the
up-
section alarm.
Right, and you have to go clear to the top. That's where it is.
Okay. And it says alarm, sleep, wake up.
Yes.
But how do do you have to actually hit the word set up before it'll do anything?
Is that what it says? Set up? Mine says change because I've set it up already.
Okay, so set up, yeah. And then it says sleep is now in health.
Say again, please.
This is an old phone and it says sleep is now in health,
Okay, so you've added it to help now.
right?
And then
Like you
you can,
said,
you adjust it by putting your finger, for example, right here and changing this feature. So you can change when you would normally go to bed. And then change this to when you normally get up.
oh, I already have that. So.
Okay,
well, Bill,
Indicates that you have to go to that app, to the health app or the heart app.
again,
If you have where I was before,
you cut out. I just lost you, dear. Jim, are you there?
I'm here, but I don't follow what you're doing because when I go to the health app, I don't find anything about the alarm at all.
Okay, let's go back to the sleep app or the alarm. Clock and alarm,
Wait a minute. Go back to alarm.
and scroll to the top of the screen.
Go ahead.
Yes,
Does it say alarm at the top?
yes,
Does it say sleep wake under that?
yes,
And it says set up over here, or where it says, mine says change.
Mhm.
mine says change also.
Ah, so click change,
Well, mine doesn't.
Okay,
and you should have a screen that looks similar to mine at this point.
yes,
And here's where you adjust how long you want to sleep and when you normally would go to bed.
oh, okay, okay.
So let me get this straight. What you're saying is you need to set it up in health first. And
Well,
then it will show the change here in alarm, correct?
well, it's just called Linda and
Yeah.
the ones here. And they need to have something printed out to be notarized, and they can't print it out, but it's gotta be done.
Okay. What, I'm not sure which way you have to do it.
Okay.
Because mine's been set up for so long. If you go to the clock. You with me at the clock?
Yep.
And then when you're in the clock, tap alarm at the bottom, and it should say sleep wake here at the top.
Okay.
Will, you with me so far?
Yep.
And then does it say change or set up right here where I'm
Says-
pointing?
Set up. Mhm.
So click that. And what you're saying now, does it have a picture similar to mine?
No, mine just,
No.
sleep is in health now. So then you have to go to health and set it up there, it says.
Okay, click edit sleeps.
Oh,
What's
there
it
you
say
go.
again?
You have to go down to the bottom where it says set up in health, a
Right.
yellow line.
All right, and then click that. And then edit or set up your schedule.
No, it gives you a lot of other information such improve health and activity.
Set a goal, do this, do that, okay.
Right.
Next.
It says full schedule, it says sleep here at the top, right?
Okay, bedtime, wake up.
And then, yes, now you're getting it. And then tap edit. And change it to when you would like it to be.
Okay. I did it.
And I have it for every day. And then you tap done. All right.
And it's going to tell you when it's time to go to bed.
Yes. It's also gonna tell you when to get up.
Yes, it will.
I'm not too sure that's all that.
Bill, any
Probably
provision for
is,
nap time?
Just put the phone far away.
Does it make compensations if you take a nap? I don't think so.
Huh?
Like Friday nights, I think I would have to disqualify myself
Oh,
on
you
that.
can change it. You can change it for Friday night. But but here's the way my history looks on it, for example.
Now let's see what I get here now. Oh,
How did you get the history?
You
Bill,
have to have one first.
right?
Okay,
well, see, now mine says change. I set it up, now it says change, like yours does.
okay. And now go back to the clock.
Okay, yeah.
And what's it say now in the clock alarm?
It says, just like yours.
Right? So you're supposed to get up at 8 a.m., right?
No, I'm supposed to get up at 6.
All right, and then click change. And here's where you can actually adjust it. if you
Oh,
wanted
good.
to.
Will it give you an alarm when it's time to get up?
Yes,
Yeah.
well,
what
it will
would
give
be
you the same alarm.
When it's time to go to bed.
No, no, right here, it says wake up alarm. You have that turned on in this screen. And I
Mhm.
have snooze turned on and I choose the music I would like.
Okay, so.
Okay.
Oh, okay, this is pretty good.
So it's
Does it
pretty-
also tell you when it's time to go to bed?
Yes, yeah, it tells you, it sends you a message, I think. It pops up on my screen. Are you in bed yet? Kind of. Unfortunately, it doesn't contain a knockout drop or anything like that.
Would be helpful at times.
Yes, yes, I understand that.
It could wake you up when it's time to go to bed.
And if you change it here, see, I just changed it. And I think this is just for the next, I click done. And it says, do you want to just change the next alarm? Or do you want to change it the entire schedule? Right, so if you're off schedule or something, you can change one day's worth.
Now, how did you change it?
Well, what I did was, here's where it normally was set up, right?
Right,
Something like this.
when you just drag it like,
Okay, you drag the little dot, the little, if you want to change the entire thing, you put your finger right in the middle and then it changes the whole thing.
oh, okay.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a bed. I thought it was a car.
Yeah,
I thought it was too. I didn't go to bed early enough.
Bill, how do
Yes.
you, how do you,
Cool.
how do you deal with the go to bed alarm in terms of sound, etc.? I have the page that you have up on the iPhone, and under alarm options, it only brings up the wake up alarm for me. So I set that,
Yeah,
and then I press done.
I
I'm
know.
going back to the, the stopwatch type look. And now hoping that it has the go to sleep alarm, but it does not. It still comes up with the wake up alarm.
Okay, I'm back, I backed up, so I'm looking at the clock and I'm looking at the alarm.
Right.
Do you have sleep wake here at the top?
Yeah, let me get back to that. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay,
Now-
so, okay, yes, I have sleep wake up.
Okay, just a minute. If you wanted just an alarm, you can set them down here. Okay,
Yeah. Mhm.
if I wanted to add one for, this is sleep wake versus just wake. When it's other down here, these are wake or notify down here at the bottom. So these guys, the ones below the area we've been talking about, if I tap the plus sign,
We gotta do that first.
I
yeah.
can do that, right? So that's the first thing.
Right.
And so I'm gonna set, I think I already have one in there, don't I? You can change it, you can, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one here at 12. So if I clicked on this one, I could actually change it to 12:01. Right?
Mhm.
And I could actually use this without that sleep wake feature by just clicking and setting it up for every day.
I did that.
Well, I'm not suggesting to do that.
Well, I did it for the weekdays. I put, 6 o'clock.
I understand. So that's one way to do it. But that doesn't track your sleep. That just gets you up in the morning.
Right.
And so I turned all those off. Right?
Yeah, me too. Mhm.
Because I'm going to use this sleep wake feature that Apple's added. And so I can click set up or change, whichever you might have there, to get to this screen. And you set a schedule not just to wake you up, but when you should be going to bed to get the amount of sleep you think you need. That making sense?
No.
Yes.
And so I can adjust here, right? So I need 13 hours sleep. No,
That's all.
I hope not too. Right? So if I go to bed at 11:10, I'm supposed to get up at 8:10. Right? Now, who got up at 6? I'm going to run it back here. And if I go beyond the amount of time I set in my sleep, it comes into yellow. It says you should be getting more sleep, is what you told me. Right? And that's back in the health app. All right. And then you tap done. And you want to change just the next alarm or all of the alarms every day. I'm just going to do it the next one. Okay.
Under the area of other on your screen,
Other.
I scrolled down and I had one set for 12 noon. And under it, I have what it was set for, and I don't remember how I was able to type that in there to tell it why I wanted to go off at 12 noon every Thursday.
Huh?
Why am I getting, why is it ringing?
What am I supposed to be doing today? Maybe it's to eat lunch.
I think I know why, but I don't remember how I put it in there. If I wanted to change it, or how do you include, how do you tell it what you want it for?
Okay, good question.
Yeah,
You guys are really good, boy. Click the plus sign and you see where it says label it.
oh, yeah.
Yes.
I want to feed the dog or something, right? Feed. So now I have an alarm called feed dog. And I hopefully when it goes off, right, let's see. Um, 10:46.
Okay.
We'll make it a 10:46 and save it. Right, so at 10:46, hopefully I'll get an alarm that goes off that says feed dog. All right,
Will it say it, or you'll just get a text that says it?
I don't know, we're gonna find out. All right,
You can also choose the alarm, what the sound of the
you
alarm
could
is.
change the alarm sound, that's true.
With everyone, yeah.
Again,
Hold
I
on.
can do apparently the
It says
sleep.
feed dog, it says feed dog on my watch. So yes, it comes up and says feed dog.
Did it say it, or it just texted you?
No, it comes up when the alarm's going off on my, it's going off on my watch.
Okay,
And it comes up like an alarm would and says snooze or stop.
okay, but it doesn't say
It
Yeah, it
does
doesn't
say feed dog.
verbally.
No, it doesn't say it. You can't hear it. You have to read it. Yes. It says feed dog.
Supposed to
anyway,
remember what it's for.
you. No, I think I'm going to get rid of that one. All right. Boy. So everybody get the sleep, wake concept there. And it's kind of nice because if you do go to the health app, right? Wait a minute. Here's my summary of what it's determined, right? Of my sleep schedule.
Yeah, I bet.
Are these sleep schedules that's coming off of your Apple Watch, or are they things that you've put a schedule in?
No, this is because I have this set up, it's recording, right? It's assuming I'm going to bed when I said I'd go to bed, okay? And it's recording it in over here in the health app so that I see a summary of it here. And I guess that's the advantage of it, right?
We're seeing it that you're showing to us on your phone, but is it also on your watch?
That graph, no, that's on your phone. My watch is not normally on my wrist at night.
I see, okay. Mhm.
Okay.
So, again, I couldn't figure out how to do the go to bed alarm so that it would sound. I did put in the time.
And it will automatically sound, but I'll show you that.
Okay, I just was going to say, it led me actually, I'm not sure if that was why at all, but it led me to that health, the health app.
Yeah.
And then on it, I set different things up. And it does have a sleep reminder. And then I think it says track time in bed. I think it says that health will notify you when wind down or bedtime are about to begin for that day.
Correct.
Okay, so maybe that does it, Bill?
Control your music.
That's when, it's reminding you when to go to bed.
Yeah, that's what I would like.
Yeah, it just sends you a reminder.
Oh, okay. Thank you. No alarm.
No alarm.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Mhm.
Switch gears and let's go to maps.
Apple Maps, right?
Apple Maps, right. Let's not go to Google Maps yet. And Apple Maps is the one that looks like this on my screen.
While you're looking at it, if you set the alarm systems, whatever you have on your clock, on your phone, will it also set it on your iPad automatically, or do you have to do that?
I'm checking. No, you have to do it on your pad separately.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm on my phone, I go to Maps. The first thing most people want is just be able to go to a location and it says search maps. And if you type in a location, let's say I wanted to go to, I could type in 195 University Town Center. And it would show me where that is.
Mhm.
And if I wanted to go there, it says it's going to take me 19 minutes. So I tap where it says 19 minutes. Shows me several ways to get there. And it's making the one suggestion, and actually you see the dots on the map here. It says there's a slowdown right there. If I wanted to alter that, I could click here and it changes that to the route. Okay, making sense to everybody?
Yeah. Sure. Mhm.
and then you tap go. And the cool thing about this, if you have a Apple,
University Town Centre Drive. Head northwest on Buckingham Street, then turn right onto Northridge Road.
starts talking to you and tells you how to get there. One of the cool things about an Apple Watch is that when you have to make a turn, your watch vibrates and tells you what direction to turn and what street to turn on.
Starting route to 195 University Town Center Drive. Head northwest on Hidden Harbor Road, then turn left onto Hidden Harbor Way.
Okay. Somebody figured that one out.
When I put something in and wanted to show me where it just shows me where it is. It doesn't tell me how to get to it. Just highlights the place.
No, that's when you tap the amount of time it tells you at the bottom.
Thank you very much. It's been helpful several weeks ago.
Now, when it's giving you directions, there's several things there. You can tap the little arrow there at the bottom. Let me get my tap that arrow and it says add a stop, share ETA with, so say you're going to visit someone, you could actually click there and it would say who you want to send this to. If I want to send it to my son or my daughter-in-law, I would click there and it would send them a message and say expected arrival is. Okay.
Where is the arrow that you're talking about? There's nothing on it.
Once you have clicked the go, you have to have started the trip.
Gotcha. Thank you.
If you click the little dot here at the top, it will give you turn-by-turn directions. Oops. Ah.
Which one do I want?
All right. And if you click the up arrow, you can end the route.
How did you get it to talk to you?
It should automatically start talking to you when you hit the go or hit the blue box. Let me end the route for this one. All right. And I'll change my destination to AMC Theater. Okay.
Mine doesn't. Huh?
I pick a route. Wow. I never thought of going that way. I usually go this way, but that's a shorter way. That's what they're telling me. Then you tap go.
Starting route to AMC Sarasota 12.
And it should start.
Head northwest on Buckingham Street, then turn left onto Northridge Road.
It should start talking to you. And if I want to end it, we end the route.
Bill, how do you end the route?
Let me do that. So I'm here, I pick a destination. ones do I have? So let's pick AMC. Whoops. I picked AMC. And I tap go.
Starting route to AMC Sarasota 12. Head northwest on Buckingham Street, then turn left onto Northridge Road.
You see the arrow right here when it started the trip? If I tap the arrow, the up arrow, I click end route. The cool thing here is you could add a stop at Publix on the way, and it will give you directions for that as well. All right. Any other questions about that?
95 University Town Center Drive.
There you go. Now, one of the things Apple has added is what's called what's the term? Is the capability of you to report an incident. So if you're taking a long trip and you're on the interstate and you come upon a traffic jam, an accident or something like that, and you're using Apple's Maps, you click the up arrow, not you, but maybe the rider, I mean, and you click report an incident. And you can report a crash, hazard, or speed check. In other words, there's some officers up here, right? And you report it and it gets recorded on the map so that you'll see, for example, that there's an accident up ahead or there's a traffic jam up ahead and what the traffic's doing. Okay. So that's some pretty cool features when clicking this little arrow at the bottom.
Worry about that. When I bought my car in 2014, I purposely did not get a GPS on it because I had it on my phone. About 3 weeks later, the lady on my phone stopped talking to me.
Has she
And I-
started? Has she started again?
I had to get another phone.
Okay. Really? The Apple couldn't fix it?
Well, it was due for, I got the other phone about 8 years later, so
Okay, all right.
I thought it was so funny. I didn't want the GPS because I had it on my phone and she was talking to me wonderfully. And then 3 weeks later, she stopped.
All right, everybody? You okay with that? Okay, let's talk about some special features that it has, right? One is how to avoid traffic in Apple Maps. How do you avoid traffic? Apple Maps not showing traffic. Enable this simple iPhone Maps setting to view slow or stop traffic and steer clear of collisions. How do you do that?
Yeah, how?
Yeah, I was glad you asked. I'm going to go back to the home screen. And where do you think I'm going to go from there?
Settings.
No, 90% of the time you would have been right, but I'm going to go to Maps.
I thought we were already there.
I know. And I got to stop doing this one. Ooh. And I have to be going somewhere first, I think. So I'm going to go there. And I'm going to take 8 minutes to get there. And if you tap the little, if you tap the little globe in the upper left-hand corner,
I don't know. Oh, traffic.
and you tap driving. Okay. And what it will do is
Where?
give you,
There is the globe.
if you don't have a globe,
Don't have a globe that I see.
do you have a little eye up in the upper?
Yeah.
left?
Yeah.
Tap the eye.
I have a little car.
Mm.
That's on the iPad, right?
No, we're on the iPad.
Starting route to 44460 Ridge Road. Head northwest on Buckingham Street, then turn left onto North Ridge Road.
Yeah, I got it. If you have a car up there, that means you have a destination set already.
Okay. I
So
do.
can't cancel that. Actually, tap the car and you should get explore, driving, satellite, or transit.
We don't have that one.
Okay.
Yes.
I love it when my tips don't match what's on my screen. Okay,
Welcome to the club.
yes. Choose the map type you would like, and the one you want is driving to get the different. You'll see over here on the interstate, on my map here. On the interstate, there's a red area. See it? Where is that? Ooh, it's south of us. And there's Proctor. And there's Clark. So there's a slowdown there. Actually stop traffic. And then it goes to yellow, and then it clears at Bee Ridge.
If nothing happens when you click that on your map, does that indicate there is no
Correct,
stoppage or anything?
correct. You should get the same thing I'm getting if you go over to the interstate.
Right.
I hope.
Well, I'm not going over the interstate.
Well, but if you do, you would see that.
Thank you.
Mhm. One they have added, if you pinch and you keep pinching,
It's real noticeable.
you get the globe. Very much like Google Earth.
Right.
So you can then reverse pinch to zero in on where you are or some other place. Tap the car and tap satellite image. And then start zeroing in some more. Say Panama City. and I can go down and get to somebody's house. I want to see what picture they have of my house.
Yeah, always.
Somebody said, boy, is it real time? No, it's not real time.
There I am.
Could be real time. Okay. And mine actually gives me the weather in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. Okay. So that's how the globe works.
There I am.
There you are. Already showed you how to report an accident. Oh, one of the things, and it says you can do this, and I haven't tried it, so I'm going to do it real time here. Let me search, and I want to go to let me go to go to Swift Road here. I'm going to tap and start my trip. I'm going to pick which one I want to use, and I'm going to tap go.
Starting route to 5624 Swift Road.
And now I'm going to
Head
scroll.
northwest on Buckingham Street, then turn right onto Northridge Road.
Guess I'm not going to do that, folks.
when you finish using your map app and you close it down, the
Right.
next time you open it up, does it open up where you were before, or does it eventually go back to nothing, more or less?
Well, let's do it.
Where you are?
You know where I am right now, right? Oh, it always shows where you are.
Okay.
Mhm. That's not right. Oh,
Wow.
Where's that? Cattle.
I'm trying it out here before I tell you guys. Okay.
That's right. System. Part, yeah.
It's giving me directions and I just want to see which ones it's giving me. Okay. I've typed in an address that I want to go to. So let me start from the beginning again. I want to go to the AMC 12. Right?
Okay. Right.
I scroll down and you see where it says avoid tolls or superhighways.
What is that? Oh, okay, yeah.
And I can turn those on. So if you don't like getting on the interstate, you don't like going on the toll roads, now you've turned it on before you select a place you want to go, or one of the routes it's giving you.
That's no highway.
Follow that, everybody? So I just scrolled up from the bottom to get all that information. And then I'm going to pick that route.
Starting route to AMC Sarasota 12. Head northwest on Buckingham Street, then turn left onto Northridge Road.
Okay. So that's the way you turn on and off whether to get onto superhighways or not.
Mhm.
I don't find that, Bill.
All right. Let me do one other thing. That was one way to do it. I think there's another.
Turn left.
Yes. If you go, I'll do it both ways again. I'm on my phone, I'm back to my home page, and I want to go to settings. And I scroll down to maps. Right? And there's a whole bunch of settings in here. You want to get it for driving versus walking or taking the bus. The driving directions, you tap it. And here's where you say, if you want to avoid tolls and highway.
Hmm.
I don't have.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, I found it.
Okay, I got it. Yeah.
Got it? Good. Spoken directions. If you're not getting spoken directions, be sure that's turned on.
Where's let's see. Oh, okay.
Share ETA, block contacts, you want it in miles or kilometer. The two things that show up in the bottom are your air quality index and weather conditions. Always in English, you could change that if you wished, okay?
If you really want to get.
And wow, restaurant booking from Yelp. And oh, turn that one on there at the bottom. Show parked car.
Show what?
Show parked location.
Show parked location.
Where did you get to that?
I went to settings and maps.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Make sure cellular data is turned on for that.
Oh, yeah.
And location services is turned on while using. You want to get spoken directions. You want to be able to share ETA. You want to turn on your air quality and weather conditions. Oh, that's really cool. You want to turn, if you're using a Uber or Lyft kind of service, make sure that's on. And restaurant booking, you want to make sure that's on for Yelp. And we'll show you why in a minute, why you want that. And then show parked car location or park location.
That's nice.
Because when you have that on and you have the only requirement is your phone has to be connected to the Bluetooth on your car. All right. And once that is done, when you leave your car, you lose the Bluetooth connection and it records where that was when it lost the Bluetooth connection, is the way it happens. Right. You take your phone with you and it records where it lost the Bluetooth connection, basically. Okay.
Bill,
Yes, go ahead.
we don't have a Bluetooth connection in the car. Is there not any other way? Isn't there an app to find your car?
I don't.
Which I can,
There is an app to find your car, but it doesn't happen automatically. You actually use the app and you say, I'm leaving, you bring up the app when you're leaving your car.
Yeah.
And then you tap it and say, this is where my car is.
Okay.
So that's the way that app works versus this is automatic because of the Bluetooth connection.
And cellular data doesn't cover it?
Say again, please.
If you have cellular data turned on, it does not cover this?
Not that I know of. It may, but
Have YouTube got sound?
I didn't think so.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, what's the difference between you walking and the car driving slowly? With your phone.
You get tired.
All right. Point taken. Okay. Because when I leave my location, let me stop this. Where am I doing here? And I scroll down here. Probably knows who will do that. Yeah, I've been using this right on top of my car. When you park your car and you first bring up the map after you've left the destination, you see where the car is on my screen there?
Yes.
And it shows you which direction I have to go to get to it. And if I start walking with my phone, it'll help me get to my car. Okay?
Okay.
And actually, what it comes up is take me to my car or something like that. One of the other things about the maps, as you scan out, it notifies certain places. Okay, there's Goodfellows Cafe and Winery. And if I tap that, it shows me what it is, when it's open. It tells me Yelp evaluation of the place.
Ratings on ISIS sick players.
Okay,
Really?
so that's kind of nice. And if I come down the street here to, let's go to another restaurant, we'll go the other way.
It's crazy thing. I don't see it, but-
There's Rendezvous, one of my favorite little spots. I tap Rendezvous, comes up and tells me about Rendezvous, right? Doesn't that look good for breakfast? Little
Oh.
croissant, and little, oh, look at this.
I've been having a croissant from there as we've been doing this session.
Yeah,
It's great.
right. So you can use it. I know my daughter-in-law was using it. Is that restaurant open on Mondays, right? We could go there and just tap it and it tells you, for example. If it says it's open, it's open. Okay. So that's another cool feature embedded in the Maps application. And just give me a minute, because I want to see if I can figure out how to print those directions. Because what I got was a map when I asked it to print. That's not what I wanted, to get the step-by-step directions. So if everybody's out there playing with it a little bit, pick a place you want to go and see if we can get some directions to get there. To print out is what we're trying to do. So again, I'll go to the AMC. I'll pick one of the ways to go. So here's the 3 ways to go. I'll pick this way.
Starting route to AMC Sarasota 12. Head northwest on Buckingham Street, then turn right onto Northridge Road.
And I do not see a way to print it. Because there's the directions I'd like to get printed, right?
Right.
But Bill, you don't have the printer with you in your car.
That's right. Why do you want to print them?
I guess that's a good point. I was thinking, I wanted to print them out before I left.
Like an iPad, print off. We're really thinkers here.
Why do you want to print them out, Bill? They're right in front of you. All right, I'll take that one. But
You
I
can
got-
store
I found
them,
a way.
and put them in a file for the next time you go,
Yeah,
or
there
to give
you
them to
go.
somebody. I've done that but I've done it on my computer.
Yeah, we've done it on a computer
Yeah,
with
I
Google.
remember, when we had computers and did this, we printed out the directions.
Yes, a lot.
Found a way, Bill.
Maybe you could snip the copy and print that by pasting it into
Yeah,
a
you
Word.
could. Yeah, you could.
Okay, mine says, I don't know, this is on my iPad. It says share. then it
Yeah.
says Share, and then
Yeah.
it says print,
Yeah, well, where does it say share? That's
down
my
at the
problem.
bottom of the directions.
Okay, and I don't have it on my iPad. Anybody find it on
The
the
three
phone?
buttons next to directions.
All right, on your iPhone?
I think it's on the iPad, because most people don't print from their iPhone. Do they? But on my iPad, I just went to my directions,
Yeah,
and there's share underneath there, and I thought, okay.
and it worked? Well, that's the way it says it's supposed to work on the iPhone.
Oh, okay, well,
I couldn't find the share feature.
yeah, you can print them.
Find it? See, it says share ETA on your phone. It doesn't say share.
Mhm.
I just tapped in a new destination.
Yeah,
Yeah. And so I'm on the first page of that, and it has 20 minutes by car. This is on the iPhone. Next to it, that has 3 dots. I click on that and it does have share.
does it? Oh,
Yeah.
so let me try that. Come on.
It'll also take you to the website.
So I think you could share to your email. And maybe, can you print from the iPhone
Oh, yeah.
from your email?
Okay, you tapped on the route you want to take.
Right. Well, I'm not even, wait, let me just say, I actually just tapped, I just input a new address, which was much longer than the one that I had, where
Okay,
this didn't show up. Okay, so then right under the destination, it has the car, 20 minutes. Right next to that, it has 3 dots. If you click on those 3 dots, one of the options in the menu is share.
yeah, I don't see the 3 dots is my problem.
Yeah, I didn't either. Let's see it on that one.
It's before you get the, hold on a second.
Before you get the go, right?
I think so.
Oh, those 3
There's the
dots.
3 dots.
I see it. 3 dots.
Really?
Ah, Report an issue, add favorites, add existing, create new content. No?
Yes, that's what I have.
Yeah, I don't
My
get.
three dots just simply repeat what I had icons for underneath it before you get to the dots.
There, right there,
Where?
there.
There.
Where? Add photos, great place?
Oh, it says call, website, guide.
Oh, yeah. call
There,
it.
right
Guide
there.
share, right there.
There it is. Huh, son of a gun.
And it says print.
Let's try
It
this.
does say print too. Mhm. Oh, funny.
Once I pick one, whoops. Wait a minute. It says 9 minutes to get there, and I tap the 3 dots and I have to scroll down. Very good, Peter. Thank you. And it says share there. Right, and I say print. Let's see what it prints out.
Bingo.
Bingo. I think it's just going to give me a map though, versus the step-by-step directions.
It
which is-
might, yeah.
Yes.
It looks like it because you're not really on there. Whereas on the iPad, I've
It
got
gives you the step-by-step.
right there. Mhm.
Starting route to Philippi Creek Village Restaurant and Oyster Bar.
So who's buying? Now I
Your
get
time.
Preview route, maybe. No. Oh, there it is. On my iPad, I click preview route and there's share. And there's print.
Mhm.
Go to Bay Vista. Pick that route. I don't see a way to print it, but there, I'm going to see what prints here now on from my iPad.
Yeah.
See if it prints the, ooh. Oh, it gives me the step-by-step
On the iPad, right?
on the iPad, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because the share is right there by the step by step. Oh, that's good.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for helping me with that. And you've all learned to poke and hope, right?
Yeah.
Have I any more questions? Do I have any questions about anything at this point? Yes, no?
Hey, Bill,
Yes, please.
can it be off topic?
That's the point, yes.
So I have, my email address is verizon.net, but it's through AOL. And I have noticed, and I don't know if anybody else has that situation, so much junk mail lately.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I can delete it and put it in junk, but it just keeps coming back and coming back, and I don't know if that's, I don't know what to do.
You know how not to delete it, but you can block it
Right.
if it's coming from that same address. You know how to do that.
Usually go into the email and do unsubscribe, no?
The problem is you don't always want to go into the email. That's my problem.
Let me,
I mean, like, I get these stupid emails that have the subject as question marks, right?
that's that one you want to get rid of, right?
Right.
And there's a way to block that particular source. Okay, so let me go. Do I have any here? Oh, let's go to So Clean there. Okay, so now I've got So Clean there, right?
Okay.
Let me do it on my iPad a little bit bigger.
So you're in the email, not in the inbox.
Correct.
And
So I opened that particular email.
Okay.
And then at the top of the screen there, up here, let me get the right pointer. At the top of the screen, you click the source. You tap it once, and then you tap it again. Oops, not that. And it comes up.
Okay, cool. I got it.
Says
block it.
Block this contact. You may have to hit info on there, but if you don't hit info, you get this, and you can block that source.
Okay.
They
cool.
keep changing the source, but at least
Yes.
you're blocking that one.
They do.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it's like somebody gets your email and all of a sudden I get like 6 and 7 crazy.
Yep.
Email. And then, you go for days with nothing like that. And then all of a sudden you get 5 or 6.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The other thing you can do is move it to a junk.
Right. And I've been doing that, but you're probably right. They probably continue to change the source.
Correct.
Yeah. So you should still keep getting them even if you do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Next, by the way, usually on anyone, there's one here at the bottom, fine print, down there at the bottom. Somewhere it says unsubscribe. You're right
Correct.
there.
But these particular ones don't have unsubscribe.
Oh, boy. Even worse.
But some of them I would never open because they don't look legitimate. I'm afraid of if you open them,
Not on your phone, not on your
not on the phone. Okay, well, I'm not talking about
on your
the phone.
computer may be an issue, but not on your phone.
How about the iPad though?
Same.
Okay.
Not an
yeah.
issue on the iPhone or iPad.
Bill, and isn't it also a non-issue as long as you don't click on a link in that email?
Correct. In other words, if I run my mouse around this particular email, there may be a link there. Right? And I don't want to do that.
Okay, all right.
But if there's the benefit, this is a legitimate business. So if I click unsubscribe here, and then it asks me to, if I tap it, right? Sorry to see you go, right?
Right. Oops, sorry.
It's okay.
Goodbye.
So if it's a legitimate business like Bell's or, one you're getting a lot from and you really don't want them all, usually they have things like manage your preference when you go to unsubscribe, where you can say, gee, I want to allow this, right? So I have mine selected. So I'm going to continue to receive this.
Well, yeah, like sometimes like a Kohl's, they might send you 3 or 4 in a day,
Right.
but you might like just one.
What was it I was getting? Oh, it was Reader's Digest. I got stuff from Reader's Digest. And once you sign up for Reader's Digest, you start getting it from multiple places. And you go into what I just did. For example, here's Reader's Digest down here. And they have, once you sign up for them, they're sending you from different sources. And you say, no, I don't want to get all of it. I just want to get a subset. Right. So if I go down to Reader's Digest and I tap at the bottom, I don't want to unsubscribe to it, but unsubscribe. And here's my preference there, right? And they have weekly edition, daily edition, and there's more sometimes than just that. Okay. Manage all preferences down there at the bottom, and it gets to be a lot more. See all of them here on the left?
Wow.
Birds in blue, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I'm not going to change anything there except save this preference. All right? Because that's where I get these things. You ready for your daily test, everybody? Which is heavier, a ton of bricks or a ton of feathers?
A ton is a ton.
They're both a ton.
A ton is a
Or the
ton.
feathers.
No, they're both a ton.
Yeah. a ton
Who was
is-
the smarty out there?
We
I
all
hope it
were.
was me.
Okay, take one out and scratch my head. I am black, but once I was red. What am I? This is the Riddler,
Hmm.
right? A match, a match.
Oh,
Oh.
What begins with E and only contains one letter?
E.
No, contains, I guess you could say E. No, an envelope.
Oh.
Sometimes, however, they contain more than one.
What do you throw out when you want to use it, but take in when you don't want to use it? Now, is Ann still with us? She should get this one. Yeah, she's still with us. What do you throw out when you want to use it and take in when you don't want to use it?
Anchor.
That was good. Who did that? Leah? Oh, yes.
Bill, I had a situation that I might describe.
Yeah.
In Gmail, my Gmail, I have always going into my trash automatically the word of the day from, I think, Merriam-Webster, and I'd like to have it go to my inbox instead of trash, but I can't find a way to reset things that are automatically sent into my trash.
Alex, why don't you try moving it from your trash to your inbox?
I do individually, but I'd like, and I've been doing that for a year, but
And it still goes to your trash?
yes.
Thing is, I don't know about Gmail. In other words, I don't use it.
Yeah, I don't.
Wait just a minute. Let me check something.
One of the things that I've had when I've had some things do that, and I know they're okay, and then the next time they'll come to my regular.
Are you Gmail though?
Yes.
Oh. Hmm.
I will try that. I don't remember if I have or not, but I will. Maybe that'll do the trick.
What?
May take a couple of times.
Now, what did you do, Leah? I missed it.
When I had something that had been coming to my regular mail and then ended up going into my spam or the,
Yeah, he's saying it's going, is it going into trash or spam?
Mine is going to trash.
Wow.
mine's going into spam. And I know it's a legitimate, so I've opened it and I've had to do it maybe twice. 2 different emails from the same area. And then eventually it'll go back to the regular place.
Thank you.
I've done that with Outlook and it works.
Yes, that's what I use is Outlook.
Yeah.
And Outlook uses the word spam for those things that are really, you really don't really want to look at or are afraid to open, I think. You have to put something in trash in Outlook.
Right. Mhm.
Have you gone and looked in settings?
Yes, I have, but I haven't found anything from within Google settings that will do this trick. I'll mention a completely different situation too. I've been getting emails from old friends that apparently are on Facebook, and these people are sending me fake emails with the names of my old school chums. But I think it comes from Facebook, and I just, anything that doesn't look legit, I send emails to the correct email address questioning whether it's legitimate or not. And they always say it isn't.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll cover both these things. First of all, I got one of those and got scammed. I really did. You get an email that looks like it's from Facebook from
Forget it.
one of my old buddies back in the IBM, Gary Gildemeister. And it says, oh, I got some good news for you. When I click on it, and it takes me to what looks like it's Facebook. And I violated Bill's rule number 1, and that is check to see the addresses where you think you went.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I didn't, and it started asking me, what's your ID and password, just like Facebook would. And I put it in, realizing my wary ways. I went back and changed my password in Facebook.
Wow. Yeah.
But they got it.
I also got, my wife got a call, one of these calls saying it's from your grandchild and in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
And it was legitimate. It was our granddaughter down in Mexico who couldn't return from spring break at Puerto Vallarta because the person who tested her for COVID put down her passport issue date instead of her birth date. The issue date was 2020, and she doesn't look 2 years old. So, and to make a long story short, we were able to get a hold of her parents eventually because she had not been able to, and they arranged for a hotel overnight and a new reservation. And she's back at GW University in DC now. But it was a legitimate call from a grandchild.
Wow.
Wow.
Alex, if you go to online, go to your email address.
Yes.
Log in and then go to settings there. And there's one called filters and blocked addresses. And
Right.
there might be some things you can do there that you couldn't do normally.
I'll give it a try. Thank you.
All right. What has to be broken before it can be used?
An egg, no.
An egg.
Egg.
You, Peter. What month has 28 days?
Calendar.
They
All
all
do.
do.
All of
They
them.
all do. We're too smart for you.
See, once in June, twice in November, and is not, you won't see it in May. What is it?
We don't, what's the question?
What do you see? Once in June, twice in November, and not at all in May.
An E.
Thank you.
Oh, that's good.
We're gonna have to disqualify Lee.
Are you sure you don't have those written there, Lee?
What rounds around your whole yard without moving?
Boundary.
Sprinkler system.
A fence, that was close, sprinkler system.
Oh.
What has a head and a tail but no body?
Coin.
Very good, Margaret, thank you. And what building has the most stories?
A library.
We're gonna have to disqualify her. All right, folks. I'm not gonna be online for a while. I'm gonna go take a little break. But I will send you all an invitation when I go back online.
Okay.
Thank you. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, we'll miss
Thank you,
you.
Bill.
In the meantime,
Thanks
Thank you.
much for all this useful.
Enjoy the spring.
information, Bill.
in the meantime, could you all send me a email at some point of what things you would like to learn more about on your device?
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay. So
Oh, I
Harry,
know you're only operating on the Apple apps. But while you were doing maps, I tried maps to your
Google.
house from both Google Maps and Apple Maps.
yeah,
And Apple Maps says you're 1,407 miles away. And Google Maps says you're 1,411 miles away. I'm sure their algorithms is just a little different.
they must be. So Harry came in late to work one day. It's the fourth day in a row he's come in late. And his boss walks up to him and says, Harry, sarcastically, let's hear it this time. What's your good excuse? Harry sighed. Everything went wrong this morning, boss. The wife decided to drive me to the station. She got ready in 10 minutes, but then the drawbridge got stuck. I swam across the river to see, my suits are still, you see my suit's still damp. And then I ran to the airport, caught a helicopter to the top of Rockwell Center, have one of the rockets carry me over here. And that's why I'm late for work, boss. And he says, you're lying. A woman can never get ready in 10 minutes.
Oh,
Okay, everybody. Have a good week or two or three, and please send me
Okay.
notes and what you'd like to pick up, okay?
okay.
Great.
Thank you, Bill.
Thanks, Bill. Have a good trip. Or
Thank you all for the help today on the maps thing. That was pretty.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank
you so much.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.